Hello, this is a video for converting this radio to this 8-inch from the 4. Today I'm going to show you how to do that step by step. First off, I like to start by just pulling off this. It's very easy. This just comes down. Just make sure you unplug this little lever there, and then just take this and pull it off to the side. At some point we're going to have to cut this. Now, first thing I like to do is pull this down. Takes a little pressure, but it comes off. There should be screws down the bottom, but I don't have those because I removed them because I go under here a lot. You're going to want to take this lever right here and just open it because you're going to need to move your steering wheel. We've got this screw right here, if you can see it right there. It's a 7, and we're going to take a 7. Hang on one sec. Take that out, because now you're going to need your keys for this. Take your keys. Don't need to start it, but you do need to put this into drive to pull it all the way forward. This little piece here, just pull out. You got a 7 right there. It's easier if you try to turn the steering wheel a little bit. Just let it drop. Still gonna need it down, and then just pull on this. Hang on one sec. Make it easier so you can turn your steering wheel. Turn it off. And then this comes out. And this will pull down. If you've got it, you're gonna have to pull it around. You're gonna have a screw here and a screw here. Take that out. Turn the steering wheel. And then take this out. Now, over here, unplug that. You're gonna need something, probably a flathead would be better, but come in here, pull out on this. You're gonna have a screw here and a screw here. Not very easy doing one-handed. Now you've got a screw right here. There's another one. Then you got one down there, and over on the other side you got another. Now, all those screws are out. This faceplate should move. With these cars, you're going to have to remove this top piece. So, these are 2 8s. Hang on one sec. Now, removing these 2 8s. Oh, grab that later. This pulls straight to you. Now, just take this, set it off to the side. I'll show you guys what this is later. It's really cool. Alright. Now you got one up here, one up here. They're both 7s. Let that sit. Let that sit. So, take these. I'm just putting them up there for now. Now, this vent here, this faceplate, and this vent are all one piece. For mine, they're going to fall apart because I don't have the screws in them right now. So, it all falls apart. This will all come off as one piece because there's screws that go back here. Move this screw up here, this screw, this one over here, and this one. So, that, and that. Grab them. I must not have put that one back in. That's okay. Has not affected it. Now, this is where everything else comes into play. So, I'm going to set this down real quick. See if I can show you guys. Hold on one sec. Alright. So, right here. Let me see if I can find something. Use my key. Right here, this little piece comes down, and this lever comes off. That comes out. This is for GPS. So this Apim has the yellow and the blue. So this is a Sync 3 module. And I will tell you right now, I want to shout out these people. Simply Michigan. They're awesome. Nick has helped me out a lot with this. Over here and over here. You're going to need to remove these two to remove the DVD player. You've got one down here as well. And one over here. This comes out. And this is part of the new harness you have to buy. This cable is what used to be plugged in here. You still have the normal one, but those two get plugged in. This little cable, if you need to replace the ACM, you gotta kind of be finicky with this because this plastic is very brittle. But you've got this that goes into the Apim. This is the old Apim plug for the 4-inch. You've got this, which is this USB. It's really neat. This is for a backup camera. I'm not sure if it works with the one that was part of the Apim screen, but it should work. But I'm not 100% because I have mine in my mirror. But afterwards, there's one wire. There's this wire that comes over, plugs into here, and then there's one other one. Where is it? I believe, I want to say it's this one. There's one that you're gonna have, yeah, right here. So this one here, you're gonna need at least 20 to 25 butt splices, because you're gonna have to extend this piece. At least I did. But I'm gonna show you where it goes, because it's one thing I never knew until I did a pretty good amount of research. So I will show you that right now. This is where your glove box is. Driver's over there. This piece is your Sync 1 module. There's the original plug, and then the gray and black are where the USB plugs in. This sits right here. So this piece you gotta take out. There's one here. Let me see if I can get you. There's this bracket right here, and this bracket, and then that bracket right up there where that hole is. That one's going to be the toughest to get to, but they're all 7mm. And then this, sorry about that, this is the plug that we have to splice into. The other 10 butt splices are up here. Sorry for the bad quality. But you have to extend. This piece you have to extend. That goes into the Sync 1 module. This will give you the Bluetooth that you need. I found that out the hard way. But it goes all along there, up into there. Okay? So, once you splice all that, you gotta wire it around. Find the best way to do it yourself, or at least if you can. This is for the old USB. You just gotta unplug it, take that out. This you don't need, you can throw it out, keep it, whatever you want to do. So once you plug that in, then we come back over to here. Give me one sec. So once you plug the Sync 1 into the new harness that you need to buy, you got to route it through all this, and now we're here. Don't worry about that. Make sure you just put that back in, because you're done over there now. This will... Nice. So this is part of the new harness. You'll have this plug. That goes into the new USB that you get with Sync 3. This will not work with a Sync 2. I don't know yet what to do with that. I'm going to be looking into it. If I find anything out, you guys will know. This is a new cable that came from Simply Michigan with the Apim that I bought, along with this USB and this base plate. After that, this just goes back on here for now, because you're going to have to put these two screws in. Here's this. This goes to the Apim. Make sure you plug the Apim for the Sync 1 screen into this plug. And then this goes into the new Apim. Once you plug this side of the harness in, you're done with it. So you can just go straight back. Or put it back in. Give it a minute. I was having trouble getting this back in. So just put the screws back in. right there, and right there. Now comes the Apim. So I'm gonna set this back. So here, this goes back into here. This is the new cable that goes to this. You're gonna have to wire this through and plug it in, and then just this plugs right here. Hang on. You got to make sure the lever's on this side. When you push it in, lever comes up and done. So now just gotta shove the stuff back in there. And once you're done, put these screws right here back in. So I'm gonna do that right now. All right, all those screws are in. Now I put this back together before I came back. There's these 4 that hold these vents onto this faceplate. I believe they're T20s. I can't read the one that's on my tool. It's been completely wiped off. So with this, you gotta put your key back in, put it all the way into drive. And first, you gotta plug in the faceplate. You gotta be careful though, because it comes out very easily. And then this just pushes in. You're gonna have to cut this section out. I still gotta cut a little more. I would cut from this top piece all the way down and into this side. You're gonna have to do it on both sides. I'm gonna cut it straight down here going in. But now I'm gonna do that later. But now put these screws back in, the one here, the 2 here, 2 up top, and then the 2 over here. About that, I had to redo everything else. My battery's about to die, but right here, cut that off like that. Same thing on this side. This about an inch and a half. You gotta cut so it'll fit under this. These, I'm gonna be making a faceplate that sits on this, and it'll already have the pre-screws, so you'll have to just cut a little more out of this, and then you can put the faceplate on. But I'm gonna figure something out. Otherwise, you can cut these wires and extend them and make them go somewhere else. There's a piece on here. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that. So for now, just save this piece that sits on the back of this. Just break it off, and I'll make something that holds it on there still. So I'm gonna finish putting the rest of this together, and then we're gonna go into the computer with FORScan. You're gonna need this. It's an OBDLink EX. You're also gonna need FORScan. So plug this down into here, plug it into your computer. From the computer, you're gonna need to open FORScan. If you've never used it before, it's that little icon. And then you should be good to go. After that, you gotta sync 3. Now, one thing, if you like CarPlay wireless, I would do this MBB. It's a little small module, just plugs in, goes Bluetooth with your phone, and then you can just connect a phone to it. Should pop up in a sec. Yeah. So now it's connected. You can see these two are connected. You can hear the music. I'll pause it. You can see it's paused there, pause there. Next. Same song. And all from that little piece. So there you go. And hope you guys enjoy. Have fun.